Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and today I'm playing Dicemancy. This is the next game in Gabe Barrett's solo series, and I'm covering the prototype version. And as always, no disclaimer for crowdfunding coverage. We don't take payment from publishers. We just want to help you make an informed decision. And if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month you can't see anywhere else. You can also listen to our podcast for reviews and design discussions, or join the conversation and say hi on our Discord. So Dicemancy is a dice placement game with a spatial element, which are things I tend to enjoy, so no surprise that I'm enjoying this one a lot. And also the art style is clearly very Studio Ghibli inspired. Like this is 100% Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service, right? But the basic idea is you are playing through scenarios. You'll have one character and then later two. You've got these monsters who are adorable. This looks like evil Calcifer, basically, right? From Howl's Moving Castle. You have these monsters trying to break through your walls and then make it inside of your town or castle or whatever. And at least in all the scenarios in the base game, what you have to do is defeat a certain number of level 2 monsters. You'll see that all of the front monsters have a single dot in their corner, but here in the back, where you can't see... Whoops, I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to see that guy yet. Here in the back, where you can't see, you have some people that are level 2. And yeah, in all of these basic scenarios they provided with the prototype, you just have to defeat a certain number of level 2s before anybody not only destroys your wall or moves onto the wall space, but actually moves into kind of like this player area over here. Now, what I'm going to play through is 2 scenarios because the game is pretty quick. The first one is the very, very beginner, like basic scenario because there is a good amount going on in the game rules-wise, and I think it's like really easiest to kind of show how things work with this basic scenario. And then I'm going to jump all the way to scenario 4 because that basically shows you everything that's in the prototype, including these night cards that make the game more challenging and stuff. All right, so I'll just kind of walk through things and explain as I go. So we've got this round track here, try not to drop anything, and I have some tokens placed, so whenever I advance to these specific rounds, I'm going to add these tokens down here to the monster activation, and the monster is going to activate in a nastier way. And then this demon token is what ends the scenario. So here I get 5 rounds because you move at the end of a round. So at the end of round 5, when it would move on to the 6th space, then I lose. But I'm going to have the player phase where I can crystallize, generate crystals, cast cantrips, which is use my mage's special power. I can prepare spell slots if I have cards. You only start out with 1 for free, and it's randomized. But as I defeat monsters, I'll get their cards to my hand, and I can play them down to get more spell combinations. And then I can roll my dice once per round and cast spell chains. So let's show you what all that looks like. Okay, I don't have anything to crystallize at the moment. It would be cards that I had defeated or dice that I had rolled but not used. I need crystals to cast cantrips, but I have 0 crystals, so I can't do that. I don't have any spell cards to prepare a spell slot, and I don't have any dice to cast a spell. So the first thing I'm going to do for my turn is roll dice. And how many dice do I roll? I roll 2 for floor, right here, and 1 for the visible die icon on the card. Although as I build out my spell slots, I might cover that up. So here I'm getting 3 dice. Okay, I got a 3, a 4, and a 6. Cool. And now I want to defeat some of these monsters because they're about to bash in my home. So I'm going to use the cast spell action. So each of these spell slots has, first of all, some dice, although some of them don't. It has dice spots, it has arrows, and then it has these little elemental effects. So in this case, I need to put a die that is max 3. So a 1, 2, or 3. Hey, I've got one of those. And I'm going to follow the arrows to get to different effects. And once I dead end, there's no more arrows to follow. I'm going to cast that spell. And you can use these little like things to show. I'm not sure if this is the right token, but I can use this to show which spells I'm casting. So I'm casting a fireball. And you've got these big cards to kind of indicate how each of the spells works. Now, these are on these apprentice sides. Later on, you flip them, starting in scenario 2, where you have 2 options. But Fireball tells me a bunch of things. Wherever I dead-ended is the spell I actually cast. I might, like, pass through other spells on the way to it. So here I'm casting a Fireball, which means I'm going to be attacking with red cubes on enemies, and I can attack a single space. My other spells, Water Whip and Rock Wall, can attack in much more wide areas, but here I can attack a single monster for 1 damage. But what is Fireball's effect? It says as long as I passed over red, so even if the final attack was something else, here, let me grab another card. So to show you kind of what I mean, you can like add things. So here now I would go boop, boop, and get to a green attack, a rock wall attack. But let's say, I mean, you can't technically do this, slide them underneath each other. Let's say that I had this. Here I would go to a fireball and then a rock wall, only the final thing that I'm attacking with actually matters. So here I'd be doing a rock wall attack, but I'd still gain the effect of the fireball. So you get the effect of every element you pass over, but only the last element in the line actually becomes the spell you're casting. Okay, so here I'm casting a fireball. I'm hitting one space, but fireball's effect is I get +1 damage to any targeted monster for every die in the spell chain. So here I have a single die, but like later on, let's say that I had this, now, then when I place a second die, I could have 2 dice in the spell chain or whatever. It's a little bit confusing, but don't worry too much. Anyway, long story short, I can pick any space to attack, well, any face-up space. You can't see past column 3. And I would normally do 1 red, but because of the fireball's effect, I'm doing 2 reds. Now to show you how monster health works, here, let's take this bat here. Any cube can go on a white space like this, but only the indicated color can go on these other ones. Now, what do these things do? The full heart and the broken heart are equivalent. If you fill in all the spaces of either of them, then you defeat the monster. So you can see, it's easier to kill them if you get their specific elemental weakness. But then also, these crossed out action spaces will cancel the indicated action just for 1 round. So like here, if I couldn't kill the bat off, but I got a single cube here, he would not do a range attack, but he's going to hurt the wall that's defending my town. Anyway, here I get to do 2 reds. So it seems like the slime that's about to attack this wall right in the front is the perfect one to attack, right? Any attack could go on the blank space, and then that has to be a red. Boop. So once he is full, after the attack is fully resolved, because some attacks will be attacking a lot of guys, I get back these damage cubes because, importantly, these 5 damage cubes for red are limited. So like if I did a bunch of damage to one guy and then damage to somebody else, suddenly my red attacks wouldn't do anything else anymore. So you want to be finishing enemies off and getting your cubes back. But when I defeat him, I get this card, which gets flipped, and now I've got an earth spell that I can place. I've also got a new die spot, and this actually works out really well. I can do an even attack, an even die, which is just what I want to do. Now, I am going to add, this is the prepare a spell slot action. I can add this on. So here are the rules. I need to keep everything to a 3x3 grid. Okay, so like if I already had that, I couldn't then add on there and go beyond 3x3. I can't go underneath stuff, but I can go on top. So I could turn, get rid of my fire attack here. And I can't go on top of a dice spot that's already filled. Okay, so I could place this next turn after these dice get cleared away, but I couldn't do it right now. And these are going to do a lot of things. So if I placed here, then I could now do an earth spell, a rock wall spell twice per round. And the second time when I did this one, I would get to benefit from 2 dice. So, or you can build chains with other effects. Now, for right now, I don't know, let's just keep things simple and just make it a basic earth spell. So I'm going to put that there, and hey, let's go ahead and cast this. So I'm going to do a rock wall attack. Rock walls, the effect is for every die in the chain, I get 1 crystal, which is going to let Floor use her power. Her power is Cat's Luck. I can add or subtract to any active die, or even go from a 6 to a 1. So this she can make sure that she has the number she needs to fire off her spells. And the attack for Rockwell, I'm going to pick any column to attack 3 spaces within that column, each taking green damage. All right, so I get the 1 crystal, which is tracked with a die over here because 10 is your max. And then let's see, where do I want to attack? So the bat's going to attack my wall, but I can't kill him. The lizard's going to attack my wall. I could defeat him with a rock attack. And actually, I could also take away the bat's long-range attack, although this bat's still going to attack. I could go here. That would defeat this imp who would otherwise need 8 damage. He's really vulnerable to rock. That would also get the slime hurt and get the lizard started off. But yeah, I feel like this one's the immediate trouble run. Okay, so I'm attacking this little set of places. So I'll do a damage here, nobody to hurt here, and I will cancel the attack here, I think, even though I'm not actually hurting him yet. All right, and after I finish resolving the entire attack, I get this guy, an odd die. Okay, so I can do this with my power to change that 6 into an odd. Now, you only get to roll dice once per round. I had already mentioned that, but now you can see why that's important, because you can get new spells and abilities. All right, so what do I want to do? I could just be boring like that and have another single spell to attack with. I can't cover up any of these yet, but if I did, this is where things get really cool, because look, now if I put an odd die here, I would get to resolve both a water attack and a rock attack, and you can do other crazy stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, that would just let me get tons of water attacks, but that seems kind of dumb. Well, here, let's try like that for now. Again, I'm not going to be able to do any combos. Here, let me move things up so you can see it. So yeah, for now, pretty straightforward. All right, then I'm going to use Cat's Luck to lower this down to a 5 with my 1 crystal. And then let's go ahead and do this. So I'm just doing a Water Whip attack. So Water Whip attacks 3 spaces in a row with blue damage, but its effect is I get to add 1 space to the attack for every die in the spell chain. So here I'm going to get to do 3 in a row plus 1 more, and they have to be adjacent to any other targeted space, above, below, left, or right. So like if I attacked like these 3 guys, I could also attack him or also attack him. Oh, well, this seems pretty obvious, doesn't it? I didn't even see that this bat is already weak to water. So yeah, I'm going to do 1, 2 on the blank, 3, start killing that guy. And that finishes off the bat, so I get back my green damage as well. And I get a fire card. I'm not going to do anything with it yet, because I had a pretty solid first round. Now, you've seen the cast cantrip action where I use that. You've seen the prepare spell slots, cast spells, and roll dice. The one action you haven't seen is crystallize. If I had dice left over, I can trash them for the round to get 1 crystal each. Or if I have spell slot cards that I don't necessarily want to use, I can trash those for 2 crystals each, so I could use Fleur's ability a lot more. I mean, for now, I'm just going to hang on to this and see what happens next round. So that's the end of the round. So now we have the monster activation. So we activate 1 row at a time from left to right, and the monsters have little icons for what they do. Most of them are going to try to attack right in front of them, the wall if they're next to it, and then they're going to move 1 space. That's kind of like the regular activation. So Lizard doesn't have a wall to attack, then he moves. Slime, same thing. And then these guys count as just having a single foot activation, so boop. And whenever they get to the left 3 columns, they get revealed, so that bat is there. Bats, by the way, have a range attack, so they're going to attack from wherever they are. Okay, then over here, Imp can't attack, Imp can't attack. We got a big level 2 Titan there. We got to kill, I think it's 2 for this scenario. No, 3. We got to kill 3 level 2 monsters. And then Slime moves up. Whoop, the bat hits with his range attack before he moves. So first the wall gets flipped, and then it gets taken away, which does not immediately make you lose. Again, they have to actually move into the wall space and then 1 beyond it for you to be done. And we got a wolf. Okay, so interesting. Then we have the cleanup phase. We take all the dice back. The max dice you can roll are 10, by the way. Then the round tracker moves, which is going to get a foot over to here. Now, when the monsters move, they're going to move twice if possible. I mean, they'll stop when they get to a wall or another monster, but they'll be able to move up much more quickly. All right, so I've got this spell. I could put it down, just do a whole bunch of basic spells. Or I could do something like this, where a single die placement is going to activate both of those, although it's not really that much better. Or I could do goofy stuff, where both of these would activate that. Or start chaining things together a bit more. So here, actually, I'd have no way to activate that. That's not very good, is it? I mean, currently looking at the dangerous people. These guys are both vulnerable to earth. Then we got some fire vulnerability. We've got literally no one who's vulnerable to water at the moment, which is very interesting. So maybe I double up my capacity to cast fire. Okay. Now you do have to be careful to cover up things correctly. So the arrows that are on the one half of the card are no longer visible. Now here, if I place a die here, it's going to eventually get to the fire, and then I could pay another die here. And if I do both, then the second one's going to get 2 dice worth of boosting, which means I'm going to get to do 3 damage to a single monster. So sure, let's try that. All right, now I'm going to roll my dice. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 icons showing. It's a lot of dice. And don't forget, I can use these on cards that I place. Here we go. All right. So max 3, even, odd. Only got a single even. I mean, Fleur's crystals are going to make this pretty easy. These 5s, I'll use one of those for the odd, and then the max 3 is pretty easy to do. I wish I had more green attacks. Well, I could fix that. Let's maybe kill that lizard first. So sure, let's activate with an odd here. It eventually gets to the fire. 1 die means I get to do +1 damage, but I'm just going to target this guy. Finish him off with a single fire is more than enough. So I'm going to be able to do more green damage. Okay. Now let's keep things simple for now. Just put it like that, I guess. All right, let's do our first green attack. So I'm doing an even. I get 1 crystal from the earth bonus. That'll certainly be helpful in a second. And then remember, I can hit a column. And I want to do here. Let's get him, and he's almost dead. That guy's already dead. Okay, water. We'll get to that in a second, maybe. Ooh, what if I did like this? Right? Because that would then have a die here do a water fire thing. That seems pretty good. I get the water boost, and that would also let me do it. So I'd have like 2 ways to get a boosted attack. Sure, I like that. All right, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? Let's do an odd attack here. Okay, so just to kind of follow this one, it goes to here and gets the water boost, which means now I can add 1 attack adjacent, and then it goes here, so it's a fire attack, but I'm hitting 2 spaces that are adjacent to each other, and I still get the fire effect to give +1 damage to one of them. Ooh, and that being the case, let's do like boop, boop, right? Adjacent, super dead, and actually that wastes the 3rd damage because I had 1 more to add from the fire attack, but whatever. That takes out some people. Now I've got 2 of these. I don't know if I need that. All right, let's do this and do another fire attack. So with nothing else boosting it, so it's just a single space for 2 damage. And let's do the rock wall attack I'm about to fire off. That's the one that does a column. So I'll get the bat with that. So I guess let's finish off the slime and waste an attack again with the fireball. Got a ton of cards right now. Gosh, I'm going to try to use all of these. I mean, I'm very limited where I can place it because I can't cover the dice. I guess I don't need to do anything with it yet. I could crystallize a ton, but for now, let's use 1 crystal to turn this and to turn this 3 into a 4. I mean, I'm going to have 1 more die. Should I just go ahead and put something down? Could cover up my red here, although I'm kind of messing up my own cool combo for later. Oh, what? But then I covered up the die. If I did like that, and then like that, then I get, well, that's not really doing much for me. Let's just go back and do the originally planned regular rock attack. So that gets me 1 crystal from the rock effect. And then I'm going to do this column, obviously, because I kill off that guy. I don't need to cover his attack action because he's not going to do it, so I'll just start hurting him, and let's get the wolf half dead. Oh, what the heck? I have so many cards. Let's do this. Use up the crystal to make this even. Get back a crystal by placing it. Do another rock attack here, so we'll do that. Oh, wait, this guy's already dead. So I get that cube back, and it will do a 2nd damage to the Titan. That finishes off the wolf. All right, so I got just way too many blues and, like, no reds. But yeah, here, I'm definitely done. I could crystallize a lot, but I'm going to stop there. Okay, so we activate. Remember, the monsters move double. So the slime tries to attack and can't, and then moves and gets stopped. This guy moves twice. Hello, Titan. And, oh, a dragon with range attacking. Great. This guy moves twice. They move twice. Yeah, we just have everybody in our face now, don't we? All right. And we have to kill, remember, 3 of the 6 level 2 guys that are out, and then we win. Okay, and then we get the dice back, and now we've got this tooth icon. This is a nasty one. You'll see that it resolves for every monster. It's not like keyed to their stuff. So after they try to attack and then move, they'll also get to attack again. So like this guy would attack the wall once, try to move and couldn't, then attack the wall again and destroy it. So that'll be fun. I'm not loving, like, I don't know what I've done with my spells here. Okay, I do have a ton. Let's see, I'm just looking at the level 2s. This guy's vulnerable to anything. This one needs water. These ones need fire. And that one needs water and earth. Okay, and I've got just a ton of water spells. So like right now, how things are set up, I could do like a die here, then a die here, then a die here, triple activate this earth spell and get like more and more crystals. But getting tons of crystals isn't really going to help me win, right? I really want to get like a lot of fire going, but that's the only fire spell I have. So I could do like boop to go into the fire, and then maybe like that. I don't know if I'm making my attacks better or not here. And I want more like dice so I can get more big fire boosts, but I can't do that by covering up things the way I am. Here, and then I could do like that to get a single die placement, getting me 2 things. I still got this to maybe crystallize. All right, we'll try it out. We'll try it out. I had an easy time beating the scenario the first time, but I feel like I built my my spell stuff better. So currently I have 5 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I only have 3 spots to fill, plus maybe extras if I add them in, so that seems fine. And they're all just odds and evens, so easy enough to do. All right, so let's try my big fire spell first, right? So I'm getting 2 water boosts per die, which means that I can affect the main space from fireball plus 2 adjacent spaces. And then I'm getting a single fireball boost, so I can do an extra damage in one of those spots. But all of this is going to be red damage, which makes me think like the clear choice is here, right? So I could do the extra damage here. I think that's an easier track to finish off. Maybe the 1 damage there, and then I can do 1 more adjacent space. I don't know. And unfortunately, I have to put it out, even if I want to keep like the fire damage. That's why I didn't want to do this 4 fire damage one from the Griffin. It also means you want to finish monsters off. Like if I leave this damage on the Titan, that's not great for me. Here, let's maybe try this. So here I'm going to be firing off both an Earth Rock Wall spell and a Water Whip spell, and I get to decide the order that I resolve them. So let's do the Water Whip in this row, and I get to add 1 space. Let's also hit the Griffin. I think it's going to work out well. So I'll do 1. I guess we'll do that. 2, 3, and then the extra one here, and that's my last blue, which maybe means I should do, let's switch it. Okay, so I've resolved that one, and now I'm doing this, which remember is a column, and I get 1 crystal bonus, so I'm at 2. I'm going to do this column, so that'll finish off the Griffin, almost finish off the Wolf, and then the Titan. I don't know, I guess I'll put a cube down there. Maybe I shouldn't, because I kind of want to get the cube back. We'll try it out. Okay, so the Griffin is defeated. That's 1 out of 3 level 2 guys dead. And you'll see that their spells tend to have 2 dice slots, so you can like activate the spell even more. Ooh, I can get, yeah, look at this. Now, all of these are going to activate more fire spells. Although, do I need that many fire spells? I don't know. Oh, and this one will too. God. Yeah, it's kind of a crazy one now. I don't know if it's even worth doing. Ooh, I should be able to... Wait, why does it say not even? Oh, wait, do I have to like use 2 dice to activate this? Oh, I think it's saying even but not equal to each other. So if I double activate it, I think you can use it twice because, again, they're supposed to be better. So let's do this. So I'm getting a single boost from all of those. So I get 1 more crystal, and I can target 2 places instead of 1, and I get a bonus damage. Although I only got 3 red left, so I don't want to like do this wrong. I can kill the wolf. That would get me back some stuff. And then let's maybe keep on focus firing on the Titan. All right, that finishes off the wolf. And more importantly, gets me a lot of cubes back. Yeah, I gotta kill that guy. So let's use a crystal to make this a 6. So it's not an equal even. And I'll go there. So once again, I get 2 crystals because there's 2 dice. So I'm getting boosted more. I can target up to 3 spaces and I get +2 damage. But sadly, I only have 2 red cubes left. So I'm going to just put it all on the Titan and the rest gets wasted. All right, so I still have 1 die left. Let's get a green attack going. I don't think I need this many dice here, so let's go like that, I guess. And then I'll use a crystal to change my die again. Thank you, Fleur, for your cool ability. So I'm doing just a basic rock wall attack. I've only got 2 to go in a column, but it works out really nicely. Boom, boom, finishes all of these dudes off. Gets me a ton of my damage back. And I've now killed my 2nd level 2 guy. So I got to defeat 1 more to win the scenario. All right, let's certainly stop there. So the Titan, he tries to attack and can't. Moves up to twice, gets stopped. Uses the teeth to bite. The dragon tries to do a range attack first. Bye-bye our wall. Then moves and gets stopped by the Titan and can't do the teeth because they're not adjacent. The Griffin moves twice, does the teeth. The dragon, oh crud, does a range attack, moves twice. Oh, there's not even anything to teeth. But yeah, so even if we had more rounds, we have not been slow playing enough to get to round 6. We just got to defeat these guys. But there were 6 level 2s. If I can defeat 1 more, I'm already good to go. I'm sorry, just to scroll down a bit. I'm not showing this part of things much. I'm keeping the number of cubes there, so it's easy to tell how much damage I can do. All right, so who's going to be our easiest to defeat? I guess the Griffin, right? Especially if I can get like a stone attack that also has fire in it, then I can just smash him, which actually I can do very easily. Boop, there we go. And what the heck? I want to be able to fire it off twice or just boost it to high heaven. So there, that'll already kill him. I got 1 card left. That'll already be more than enough. So let's do our dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what do I need? I need 3 max. Okay, I'll do a 1. All right, so I am doing boost red, boost green, all times 1. So I get 1 crystal, and I'm getting to do a column attack with +2 damage spread wherever I want. Well, that's pretty... Oh, I guess I can kill the dragon too, couldn't I? But I'll do the Griffin. 1, 2, 3. So that's both the bonuses from the fire. And then I guess 1 damage on the dragon. And the Griffin is defeated, and I've won the scenario. Yay! With 1 wall damage and 2 destroyed, but nobody getting through to win the game. All right, so like I said, that was the most basic scenario. Things are about to get crazy. So I'm going to set that all up, and I'll explain all of the additional rules in the full game. All right, and here we go. We've got the second one set up. This is actually a day later. I didn't get to finish before. And you can see there's a lot more going on. So maybe now you understand why I wanted to slow play with the introduction to the game. Now, this is scenario 4. So the game does more slowly introduce these elements. It wouldn't have all this stuff all at once. But I want to, use my time and your time in a fair fashion. So we're just going to show you kind of everything that's in the game. So let's talk about a few things. First of all, I have 2 mages now. I get to add their dice together, so I'll roll 2 dice plus whatever my spells are showing. And then I have 2 options for spending my crystals, so that's the big change there. Additionally, I've got these things that are called night cards. In later scenarios, these get randomized, but some scenarios give you the exact combo that you're using. These are just like negative cards you got to deal with. So Tremor says I start with all my walls damaged. I've already done that, so I can get rid of this. By the way, you'll notice there are now 4 rows. That's the standard, not 3, so you got more people to deal with. I've got Babysitter. These guys are adorable. On scenario begin, place 2 of these tokens on 2 separate walls. If a monster walks onto that wall, even if the wall is destroyed, it's fine. But if a monster actually gets onto the wall, then I lose immediately. So these are like slightly more important rows for me to defend. And then the final one is going to keep on happening every dang round. I have to spend 2 crystals or let them raid me with catapults. If this card is not turned, all walls get hit at the start of the cleanup phase. That's 1 damage on every wall. And I can pay 2 crystals to turn this, but then it flips back during the cleanup phase. So basically I have to spend 2 crystals every round or just get thwacked on all my walls. Okay, so that's that. Again, I've got 4 rows of enemies, but still 6 columns. I can still only see the first 3 columns. In terms of my characters, I had to play Litha in this scenario, so there are like stories and stuff sometimes. And then I have Feed or Fede, and each have a different icon up here. In all the scenarios I've played, that's what they have you do. You have to like have a mix of characters. So he's freaking great. For each crystal he spends, he can place a neutral cube, a white cube, on a blank spot for that monster. So he can't hit anything that is colored, but he can hit the blank things. Now, the neutral cubes have their own 5 cube limit, so they can run out if they're like sitting on enemies just like the other cubes. And then Litha's ability is to repair a wall, and she can even rebuild a wall that is gone. So for 1 crystal, I could do that. For another crystal, I could do that. Oh, look, I just noticed there's like one of those little birdies sitting on that wall right there. That's cute. And I started with a water whip, but the other big change, you're going to see there's more than 4 colors of monster. Sorry, 3 colors is what I started with. There's more than 3 colors of monsters here because now I have 6 spells, which is the standard. And here they all mostly are. So Water Whip, Rock Wall, Fireball are the same, except they have been flipped from their apprentice side to their full side. And what that means is instead of gaining their benefit, you can use this ability and change, no matter how many dice were in the chain, you can change a single attack cube into the color of this spell. So if I passed over a green, or if my final thing, well, I guess my final thing is green, it wouldn't matter. But if you pass over, you can like change some cubes to better, pinpoint the enemy's vulnerabilities. But besides that, you know those 3. All right, so let's look at the other ones. So Void Grasp. When you attack, you're hitting with black cubes, and you can hit any 2 adjacent areas. So it's kind of like Rock Wall and Water Whip, but a little bit less effective. And the effect is, after the attack, he can move any or all damage from any or all targeted enemies onto 1 targeted enemy. So I can just like take a whole bunch of damage, even damage that previously existed on them, and just slam it down onto 1 person. Pretty cool ability. Or I can change it into a black cube, so they all have that same secondary effect. Chain Lightning is great. You got to start with an enemy who's next to a wall or already in the area called the character area, like where the wall used to be. And then you can both diagonally and orthogonally connect to 4 enemies total. And its bonus effect is per die, you get to put neutral damage, but that has to be enemies that are specifically next to the walls or like on the wall spaces in the character area. But besides that, it's just putting out the white cubes like Fede's ability. And then finally, Holy Light hits 1 of each color enemy, if possible. And you have to do the full damage possible, so I can't like hold back some cubes because I prefer to try to hit other people, so it's tough for Holy Light to finish people off. And its special ability is I can pick any 1 to 2 monsters, this is per die, and move them 1 space orthogonally. Now it needs to be an open space, but like if I kill some people behind them, I can push them back, that kind of thing. All right, so those are my spells, although right now I'm just doing Water Whip. So let's get to it and see if we survive. By the way, Fede has an ability that I start the scenario with 2 crystals, so I know for sure I'm already good on the raid. So yeah, I pretty much have to do a spell right away. Well, actually, unless, I didn't think about this, but I could use my 2 starting crystals to just like kill a weaker enemy straight up, like this bat. And that would get me an extra spell, in this case a void spell. I could put it down before I do my once per round dice roll. It would get me another die. Now, I wouldn't have any rock spells, any green to get my crystals back, which means unless I burn some dice to get crystals or burn the bat that I got. Never mind. This doesn't sound like a good plan. I'm just going to go ahead and start attacking people. All right, 4, 4, 5. So I can do an odd for the water whip, which is good because I don't have any way to modify my die rolls right now. So yeah, let's go and do the water whip, which is 3 in a row. And I'm definitely going to do down here and defeat this lizard who is about to hurt my little buddy here. I think I'll actually stop the wolf from moving because that'll hold up his entire line. But then I'll start doing regular damage to that wolf, I guess. All right, so that was the water whip. I get the lizard and I have a fire spell to cast. And oh man, max 3. Shoot, I can't cast that. All right, that's fine. We'll just use some crystals instead. So I'll hang on to this. No point in putting it out yet. But I will certainly go ahead and crystallize both of these to get up to 4 crystals. And then I'm going to use 2 of them to smack that bat because he can be defeated with just 2 basic things. And he needed, oh my gosh, specifically a 6 to hit with? Shoot. Yeah, now I really wish that I had Fleur and her, dice manipulating powers. And then I will go ahead and cancel the raid with my final 2 crystals, at least for this round. This is going to be painful, y'all. Although it did take out the only ranged attacker, so actually it's not going to be as bad as it could be. Okay, we get to the enemy phase. So this guy blows up the wall, but that's it. Nobody else is doing anything, and I can build it back with Litha. This imp also blows up the wall and then also doesn't do anything. This lizard does advance. We are going to see somebody new. It's just another lizard, okay. But here the wolf is held up, and then this cube goes away, which means this whole row does not advance. And that takes us to round 2, and they're getting the foot upgrade again. All right, so this is a lot. So the Void Grasp 1 attacks the 2 adjacent areas. And this guy's vulnerable to Void, but nobody else is. That guy's just a monster unless I can get a green. Oh, I can get a green with him with a single fireball. Okay, so if I do that, and then they're both green. Okay, so I can super easily clear out stuff. So I need to do this one. Max 3. Now this one is a 6, but it gets me 3 dice, so it kind of cancels out for itself. I could do like that, and then I would activate all 3 with a single die, although doing it with a 6 is a terrible idea. But I'd have fewer dice. So like odd is the but I can't put that underneath. Or I could just be like super safe and spread them all out to start. But maybe I like doing it a different way. I'm still not like necessarily good at how this all should go, but sure, let's try that and just go for it. I'm gonna have a ton of dice, so at least I should theoretically be able to activate my powers. Ooh, and actually, I just realized having a ton of dice to crystallize, even if I don't shoot that void spell, will be great for rebuilding walls and using Dice Blast. Okay, I got a 6. I got odd. I got max 3. Okay, that's cool. I can fire off all the powers I currently have. Let's start out with I want to do the fire first, right? So let's do one of the 2 3s. So I can do 2 red damage to 1 target. We'll do it on the slime and defeat him immediately. And then, I don't know, put that there and use an even die to hit this column, doing 1 green to each of them. Ooh, and getting a crystal. I can't forget about that. I love that power even more in this scenario. But that defeats both of them. So now I got 2 water whip cards. All right, so I can still fire off a Void Grasp. But only that guy would care. Or that guy, actually, and he's kind of close. Oh, and that plus Fade's ability would kill him. So yeah, let's try that. So we'll do boom and hit here and here, I guess. That guy to the right's certainly easier to kill. I'd rather save my other attack for, like a fire attack for that guy. Okay, then I can do a water whip, like there. Would get that guy half dead. But I don't know what else I would do. Like that guy, like I can only prevent his attack, and I don't really care. I mean, it could be a little goofy and take out my my Void Grasp spell. Oh, that's right. I forgot. When I do a Void Grasp... Oh, that's right. When I do a Void Grasp, I can take all the damage from any target or any amount of damage from targeted people and concentrate it. So I can actually kill that guy immediately. Yeah, I forgot about its power. Nice. So now I've got the Holy Light one. This is one that like attacks a bunch of different colors. Like this one wolf. Sorry, adjust the camera a little bit. Ooh, and I could... Oh, if I target him, I can auto-kill him, but they're the same color, so I couldn't split the damage. What if I did... I mean, I'll take away the Void Grasp. What if I did this, and then I can activate with a 4 or 5? That's fine. Let's do the 5. And then I get to do both of these spells. Let's do the Holy Light first. So I get to pick one of each color that's represented. So I have, it looks like every color. I think I have every color, right? Yeah, 7 guys and only 1 color. So I have to put out all 5 of these. Clearly that one. And then unfortunately I can't do him. Oh, that's right. Before or after the attack, I can move somebody up to 2 monsters 1 space orthogonally. And it could be after the attack. Oh, so I could kill this guy first and push back. That's good. But yeah, who else do I want to hit? I don't care about him. Well, I got to do all of them. I mean, that guy at least is easy to kill, and I don't have any chain lightning spells coming. This guy seems like, yeah, because I've definitely got green spells to hit with. And then this guy will be close to dead. And I got one more that has to go on one of these 2, I guess. Maybe I will have this guy not move. I mean, I need the level 2s to come out so I can kill him for winning the scenario, but they don't have to come out yet, do they? Okay, then I also get to do the Water Whip, which is going to hit 3 in a row. And I forgot the Water Whip's effect lets you select one enemy adjacent to a target. I don't think I did that when I had the chance. Oh, whoops, this guy's dead. And I can use the Holy Light pushing ability for any 1 or 2 monsters. Let's do like this and this. Because this guy, instead of moving onto the wall space, if I don't fix it, will now just be kind of blocked for a little bit. Now I'll do my Water Whip on... Oh, it's a row, not a column. Well, here, I can pick this row of 3, and then I can pick 1 extra one because of the water effect, so I'll pick that guy. Because that gets this guy half dead and gets that guy 1 away. And I can finish him off with a crystal and his ability. Okay, I've got a lot of spells left. I don't really want to get rid of my red. I know I need that. I need the green too, so maybe I'll just wait. I can crystallize 3 dice. It gets me to 4 crystals. Oh, whoops, this is back. Let's spend 2 of my 4 to deal with the raid. And then let's spend 1 of the 2 remaining to finish that dude off. Don't forget, I can crystallize each of these for 2, which is kind of crazy. Like, I don't think I need 2 identical Water Whips. Yeah, let's crystallize 1 of these for sure to get 2 more crystals. That gets me to 3. I can definitely defeat that guy. Now, do I want more level 2s out? That's kind of the question. Well, I guess it's an even trade, because even if I crystallize the card I get for killing the guy, I could spend that. Okay, so let's spend 2 more crystals. Kill this guy. By the way, I found this guy's ability to be the most insane. That's why I picked him. Like, I'm not sure if it's entirely balanced, but hey, at least it's fun. Oh, now I already have, I don't think I need another one of these. I'm going to crystallize that for 2. But I will keep my first chain lightning spell, so I can take out any, like, purple, specifically vulnerable people that come out. Okay, and should I crystal? I mean, I guess I don't have to yet, but I could rebuild the walls with Litha. But let's pause there for now and let stuff play out. All right, so this wolf moves up. Now they're moving up 2. So we got a big titan. We got a little imp. Oh, sorry, I should have done this from top to bottom, but it's fine. We'll just keep going this way. All right, so the imp moves up, the slime moves up, and another titan comes out. This wolf can't move, so that entire row is slowed down. And then, ooh, that's a double. Oh, never mind. I guess we don't care about range attacks because they can't do anything. But there's nothing to stop them from advancing. And now people will advance and then attack. So that's fun, I guess. All right, going to the next round. I need to kill 4 level 2 monsters, by the way. And how many can I see so far? 1, 2, 3. Okay. And you know what? I'm definitely going to roll my dice before I do anything, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 away from maximum showing. Then I can cover up some like stuff like that dumb 6 spot, but I can benefit from the dice rolling now. Like, that seems to be definitely the way to go. Oh, I rolled some 6s. Oh God, did I roll no odd numbers? Okay. I mean, I guess I'm actually okay for everything. I covered up all my odds. But yeah, like this Water Whip, I'm not going to be able to fire off very easily. Okay, the dragon needs fire. At the moment, I've only got 1 thing that'll fire the fire. That was redundant. But I could, like, do that. Oh, no, that wouldn't get me another die, would it? I could do, like, that, and that would give me 2 chances to fire off fire. I'm saying the word fire too many times, which would let me kill the dragon. The bat's easy to take down. None of these guys are gonna... Oh, no, I guess... Yeah, they would attack but not move right away, so I wouldn't lose yet. And then I could rebuild the walls. This guy's just tons of life. Now, with Fede, I can just do, like, 5 white damage to him, so 3 damage of anything else, and I can finish him off. This guy, a single rock wall is going to get pretty easily. I do want a Water Whip to finish off the wolf. So if I covered up that Water Whip, that might not be the best idea. Although the wolf's row is also like the least worrisome row at the moment. All right, let's try something. Let's try something. I'm going to go here and then here. So now I've created a double fireable fire. That was a dumb thing to say. With the Void Grasp ability, which is one where I can like grab the damage and concentrate it on somebody. Like that seems maybe good. Maybe. I still got a chain lightning in my hand. So let's start actually attacking. So I'm going to do... Oh, this is an odd? Wait, why? Okay, why'd I pick that? Let's do this. Okay, now I'm giving up the chain lightning, but so it goes. Okay. Wait, that's a 6. Is that what I wanted before? I guess so. Okay. Cool. So 1 to 2 or 3 to 4. I've got a ton of 2s. So let's do 1 to 2. Oh, I can do this 3 times now, right? Wow. Okay, this is going to be great. So this first one is getting +1 damage, and I can move all the damage from but I only have 1 target. I guess that's actually not going to matter at all, is it? All right, so I'm going to kill this imp first, because I want to get the bigger attacks on the dragon. Okay, so that gets that. Then I'm going to do a 3 to 4 here. And now I'm getting +2 damage. So that's 3 fire. Boom. Kill my first level 2 straight up with that. And then this would get me +3 damage for 4, which is insane. Let's kill one of these titans with it, right? Yeah. So let's do this. I'm doing 4 damage. We'll do the one that's further ahead. Boom. And then... I don't need all of these. Let's crystallize the level 1 card. I'll crystallize that to get to 5, and then I'll spend 4 of that 5. Oh, the raid is back trying to attack me. So that gets me 4 damage. Boom. Killed our second of 2 level 4s. Oh, wait a second. Should I have gotten a Holy Light attack? Each of these? I should have. Huh. Okay. Well, okay. So I have to hit, remember, like every color that I can. So wait, the first time the dragon, yeah, I killed some other dude with the first attack, so I would have had to go on the dragon, which means it would have come right back. I mean, I only have 4 of these. So I mean, the wolf is the clear one, and then where else would I put these other 2? Well, I guess to the bat, and it could have been on the Titan, actually, so I would have had to spend 1 less crystal. Okay, then the second time I did the attack, I wouldn't have been able to put any of those down because they would have all still been there. But then I killed the dragon, so actually, I guess killing the dragon would have gotten 1 back, so I can do 1 hit. Oh, which can let me finish off the wolf. That's great. And then I did all the stuff with the Titan, but I would have needed 1 less crystal. Sorry to rewind like that. And I got some powerful options now. I got so many dice, too. Let's spend another crystal. Yeah, I think this guy's power is way too strong to finish off this bat. Oh, no, I don't need to do that because I got a nice rock wall attack right here. So let's put an even die here, get myself a crystal from the bonus, and do boom, boom, and defeat both of them. Did I already spend the crystal? I can't remember anymore. Now, this die is crud. I want to kind of build something else cool here. I'd really like to kill the Titan, which means like a fire would be ideal. So what if I do like boop, and then... like that, and then like that. Yeah, I kind of like everything going on here. So I can fire off this like forever just to do a lot of damage, and then that combined with my spells should help me out a lot. Now, I don't have an odd to start off, but I do have 2 non-equal evens. That part's easy. So let's do that. So I'm doing a 2 dice red attack. I'm going to start attacking this Titan, and then let's do this. And now it's 3 dice. That's maxed out my fire. And I'll trash a yellow to get 2 crystals and then use 3 of them. So I'm down to 1 to finish off that guy and get all my red back. Yeah, like I said, I think the balance is off for this guy. So sorry if I'm using him in the second playthrough and making it look a little silly. But good to see things that might need to be fixed. You know, I don't need like all that fire now. What if I did like this with the water? Oh, that's an odd. Stupid odds, man. God, I rolled like crud. Just trying to finish off both of these guys. But I guess for like the turn I can stop. So that'll give me 3 crystals. And they are going to bite these walls. He won't. So let's maybe spend like 3 of the crystals. Fix this wall. Fix that wall. Fix that wall. Sure. Okay, so... this guy comes out. It's another dragon. This wolf tries to bite, but has nothing to bite. And Titan, and the slime, and the griffin, and another griffin. Okay. And I've defeated 3 level 2s already, so I just got to kill 1 more. So, I mean, yeah, this is clearly going to be like the easiest thing ever, because I kept my super red thing here. Oh, wait, did I not spend 2? Here, let's trash one of my chain lightning spells to pay for the raid not getting triggered. All right, this is the last round, so let's kill him. Yeah, I mean, this should be theoretically easy with my super fireness. I mean, I don't even need the super fireness because that dragon's a chump. Oh, man, look how crazy the griffins are. I'm glad I didn't have to deal with them early. But yes, how many dice do we have? 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 10. Maxed out. I like that. And all right, here we go. Odd, 2 red. We're just gonna... Now let's kill the dragon. He's easy. And then we'll spend 1 crystal. I get a white on him. And then I'll do that and attack with Holy Light. And yay, we win. All right, so that was kind of a little too easy, I think, mainly because of this guy. I think, what do I think? Like, if they just changed it to be 2 crystals per attack. Because, yeah, like, I don't know. This guy's super good. He, for 2 crystals, puts these tokens on people. That means that you can kill them with any type of attack. Oh my gosh, which means that they would be an insane combo, would make his 1 crystal thing too strong. So like he's really strong, but it costs 2 crystals and you still have to do all the damage. This guy for 3 crystals takes a die off of a card so you can use it again. Definitely powerful, but it costs 3. This guy lets you mess with your spells, but it costs 3. So yeah, I think he's the only one. Like, I think if it costs 2 crystals for each 1 white cube you want to put out, that would probably be enough to not make him feel busted. So sorry I used him in this playthrough. I think if I hadn't, it would have been a much more tense kind of thing going on. But yeah, what do I think of Dicemancy so far? Besides maybe some balancing things, which they said they still are working on, so they don't think the game is 100% done either. I think this game is awesome. Like, I like, I'm a fan of Bullet, I'm a fan of Rove, and I think this game has, like, some of that feel of kind of, like, using your actions in intelligent ways and chaining actions together and, like, spatial awareness and stuff. I think the variety in the characters and these night cards, there's like a ton of these night cards, may change things up in crazy ways. And again, in some later scenarios, you just like take some random ones. I think those seem like they're going to work really well. The spell variety is a bit much. I'm glad that they have the tutorials to like kind of start things off, but it seems cool to be able to like chain together different effects. I'm not sure if I'm like doing this well, but I'm winning. Although, how much of me winning is just having this dude to blast everybody for 90 billion extra damage. I don't know. But either way, I think this one is great. Definitely one of my favorites in the solo series so far. I'm really excited to have played it. Go check it out. It's on crowdfunding right now. And yeah, I think it's one of the best they've done. So thanks for watching, everybody. And a special thank you from our biggest Patreon supporters, J. Willie MF, Pedro Lucas, Nick Skeen, Miles, Wayne Scott, and Steve Wren. We'll see you at the next stop.